All right, welcome back to another review of another movie. This is the John Wick month, and now we're continuing doing this sequel to John Wick 1. This is John Wick Chapter 2. Came out in 2017, starring good old Keanu Reeves, and we got new people in here. A guy named Morpheus, Lawrence Fishburne plays this guy who loves birds, and you got all these homeless people that work with him. And you got Ruby Rose. She's one of those assassins that work for another guy who's also a douchebag. Who wants his sister dead, but she ended up cutting her wrists and killing herself. We got this character. We got a Common in here who's also after John Wick. He wants him dead too. Got this fat slob Japanese guy. There's a lot of things in this movie that we do know about. Do I like this sequel? Yeah, I like this sequel. I thought it was pretty good. I like this one. I think I like this one more than the fucking first one, to be fair. Yeah, this was a pretty good sequel. And I did really enjoy this film for what it was. So, you know how this is going to go. So after the whole thing of, killing that kid and killing the father, John Wick is home again, but these assholes show up this douchebag asking John Wick to do a hitman job for him. He's retired and he don't want to do that shit no more. This asshole shows up and blows his house up with an RPG. So now, first his dog gets killed. Now they blew his house up. Gee, what could get worse than this house getting blown up? So now he decides, you know what, fuck it. I mean, just do something. I mean, just help these clowns out so you leave me alone. And he was like, I forgot, he was at he was getting searched, and this bitch grabs his dick or something like that. I'm like, well, first off, I think I wouldn't mind Ruby Rose grabbing my dick, to be fair. I think I wouldn't mind smashing her, I think she's like, is she like full dyke, or she's just bisexual? I don't know. I don't know if the actress is bisexual or not in real life. I think she's bisexual. She's not a bad looking lady. I'd give her like a 5 or a 6. She's not bad looking. So now John Wick decides he's gonna do that hitman job. He's gonna go kill the dude's sister because he hates his sister and this and that because they blew up his house. I don't know why he just go ahead and just go after just kill the guy instead of just, well, whatever. He decided to go to this different disco club and he talked to this bitch that he's about to kill, who's a guy's sister. And I don't like this scene. I don't like the scene where she like cuts her wrists and stuff like that, and she just bleeds out. I'm just not a fan of that. I don't like seeing that shit. Why can't you just kill herself with a gun or something like that? Just get it over with. No, she just cuts her wrists and she sits in the bath and all blood all in there. I was like, ugh, like what the fuck? I don't want to see that shit. So after that, John Wick gets out of there. He starts shooting all these motherfuckers up. Cool ass scenes. And they're fighting at one of those dance clubs and stuff like that. And he left his dog at the hotel, so Lance Reddick can watch it and stuff like that. I really like that dog. I wish I could have it, but it's not for sale, so I can't have that dog. And now he's after the brother now because he's a douchebag. He blew up his house, stuff like that. So now John Wick's after him. He goes looking for him. This and that. He fights this fat slob guy, the fat Japanese guy in the. I think it was like a park or something. He was fighting him, and that was a pretty cool scene. I really enjoyed that scene. He fights that big fat guy. I really like that scene. He killed one guy with a fucking pencil. Like he kills guys with a fucking pencil. A fucking pencil. And he was getting his car fixed once again by John Leguizamo. He got another car fucked up. He got his car fixed again. I like one of those scenes where the John Wick's down on the first floor and Common's on the second floor, and they keep shooting these silencer guns at him while people try to check what they're doing while getting caught. They try to shoot the guns at each other and stuff like that. That was a pretty interesting scene with that. I'm glad they brought Morpheus into this movie, Lawrence Fishburne, because they're as big fans of the Matrix that loves the Matrix. So why not put Lawrence Fishburne in here and make Keanu Reeves, had a reunion from the Matrix and stuff like that. And Lawrence Fishburne, like I said, he's this I forgot. I think he's like some kind of king or something like that. And his hangout is like underground or something like that. And he hangs out with these birds, as his little messengers and stuff like that. And you got these homeless people around. this case, John Wick wants to escape. He gets to this homeless guy and he gets out of there. Stuff like that. I really like Lawrence Fishburne's character in this movie. He's a pretty cool character here. He's dope as hell. I really enjoy him in this film. He always performing good. Even if it's like a bad movie, he still does really good. Lawrence Fishburne. Just don't call him Larry. He'll get fucking mad. Call him Larry. I don't know why he gets so mad when somebody calls him Larry Fishburne for some reason. Because back in the 80s and 90s, he used to be called Larry Fishburne. And after that, like later on in like the late 90s, he started calling himself Lawrence for like professional reasons. He's like he didn't want nobody to call him Larry anymore because it's like unprofessional and it's offensive or some shit. Because I remember like one of the rappers like walk out to him just like, "Hey Larry, what's going on?" He was like getting mad and shit. He called him Larry. That was like the funniest shit ever. I'm like, why you get so mad if you call Larry? Is that short for Lawrence? Like, what the fuck? I was like, that's so funny as shit. Then later on, you know, he's in the dance club. He's fighting Ruby Rose and shit. And I did really enjoy seeing this movie in theaters. I really enjoyed it for what it was. And, you know, he whooped her ass and stuff like that. I forgot if he killed her. I forgot what happened with that. I think he does kill her or some shit. Well, with Common, the thing with Common is just that one I'm not so sure. I don't know if he actually survived or not, because he fights Common in the fucking subway. Then he puts Common on the seat. He stabs him in the chest, and he told him, "If you pull that shit out, you're gonna die." And John Wick walks out of the subway, and Common just stares at him while he's walking out of the subway. So I wonder, did he actually survive that fucking pencil to the heart shit, or well, I don't know if it was pencil to the heart. I forgot what happened. He got stabbed right through the subway seat or some shit like that, and he can't move. If he moves, he dies or some shit. If you take it out, you die or something. So I'm not so sure if he actually survived that. Maybe part 4 he returns. I don't know. He's not in part 3, so maybe he is dead. It's great seeing Common here. He kind of did a pretty good job in this film also. You know, I really enjoy him in this movie. But yeah, that happened and shit. Now he still chases after the brother and stuff like that. And the brother goes to the hotel. And he's just sitting there in the hotel in the living room. And the thing is, you know, John Wick cannot kill the dude in the hotel because, you know, it's against the rules. But, you know, he doesn't give a fuck. He just kills him right in the hotel. And now he broke the rules, and now everybody's going to be after him now. And what's his name? Winston decided to give him a head start, give him a 5-minute or 10-minute head start to get out of there before he calls all the hitmen to go after him. Because he's John Wick. He's the boogeyman. It's like, it's disrespectful to have a bunch of people come in right now and get him and stuff like that, you know? So you can give him like a 10-minute head start or 5-minute head start to get out of there. So he can send his boys at him and shit. So he gets out there with his dog and start to get ready, take out the bad guys and stuff like that. So now like everybody's like after him now, which that happens like 2 years after this film in 2019. Like everybody's like fucking after him and shit. And the thing is, I'm not that big on the third one that much. Yeah, there are scenes I enjoy in John Wick Chapter 3, but a lot of the movie I'm not really that crazy about. A lot of people are not gonna like my opinion on that movie. It's probably gonna be a rant because I don't like Chapter 3 that much as a fan of John Wick. I'm not really crazy about that movie because I feel like it dragged. But we'll get to that soon. Right now we're talking about John Wick Chapter 2. And this movie, like I said, I think this one's the best one of the trilogy in my opinion. You know, it's gonna be like 5 or 6. There's gonna be 3 more after the third one. So, but yeah, this is my favorite one in the trilogy. I feel like the third one's weak, to be fair, but we'll get to that in the future. Right now, yeah, John Wick Chapter 2 is a pretty good film. I enjoyed this one more than the first one. I like the action in here a lot more. The story is a lot more better written, stuff like that. But like I said, like one of the scenes I didn't like was with the the dude's sister fucking cut her wrist and shit, and it's sitting in her bloodbath in the water. Is like it was really weird. I didn't really like that scene. Could you just blow your head off with a shotgun or something like that? Just get it over with. Like I want to see some bitch cut her wrist like that. Like what the fuck? That's some fucking weird goth shit. Like I didn't want to see that bullshit. It's fucking weird. I always like skip that part. I want to see that weird shit. I want to see the John Wick killing these other fucking assholes instead. You know? You know, like she could just shoot her head off with a gun or something like that instead of just cutting her wrists and just fucking just slowly die in the water. That's so stupid. Or John Wick could just shot her and that's about it. Well, yeah, I like Ruby Rose in this film. I like, what's his name? Common. Common was pretty cool in here. I like that fat Japanese guy he fights. That's another best scene in this movie. He fights that Japanese guy. That's like one of the best scenes in here. And he stick a pencil in some guy's head. I thought that was pretty funny. Stuff like that, you know. But I'm not so sure if Common actually survived. I'm not 100% sure. I think he survives. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure if he actually survives after this movie. Because John Wick said if you pull that out, you die or shit like that. So, well, yeah. Yeah, I like John Wick 1, I like John Wick 2, but the third one, we're going to get to that. And I'm going to explain my opinion on it, stuff like that, on why I'm not really that crazy about the film anymore. I saw the movie in theaters, I really enjoyed it, but now as time went on and on and on, I just started to lose my interest in the third one. For a lot of reasons. Well, yeah, John Wick Chapter 2, pretty good film. It's good like the first one, and I enjoyed the sequel to the first one, so yeah.